Hello. Looks like we are live. Per usual, I'm just messing with my setup here. Hello, everyone. My name is Katie. I am the founder of an organization called Wellness Collective. I have a couple of recurring people that have been joining me, and so bear with me while I go through this spiel because you probably already know all of this. But again, I'm the founder of a company called Wellness Collective. I work primarily with employers to support things like health, fitness, safety, and well-being directly within the workplace and workday. That said, I encounter just a ton of people who are looking to become more active. They are professional sitters potentially because of the nature of their work. And we just find that, again, people need support getting moving within the workday. That's where my team oftentimes steps in. What we do looks a lot of different ways, meaning there are a variety of types of learning and development we provide related to health, fitness, well-being. But the most frequently requested service, I would say, is on-site fitness or potentially virtual fitness and or health coaching to support people and employees in feeling better, personally, professionally, but especially with their physical, mental, emotional health. So we know when we exercise, we almost always feel better instantly. So for people that are looking for that quick fix, exercise can be just that. So without further delay, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what to expect today. This is a 45-minute workout by the time I get us going. So we maybe go to like 12:47, 12:48. That gives you enough time to transition to your next thing. You need very little equipment. Today I'll be using just body weight, a mat, and dumbbells. If you have more than one set of dumbbells available to you, I would suggest that you grab those. Give you lots of options. Something to drink would be great. Music that motivates you would be great. I did get some feedback from folks that they were having a little bit of a hard time navigating the chat, because if you're new to YouTube, you might not know how to do that. Might not be intuitive right out the gate. I believe the chat is working just fine because I have had a couple of people use it in the past, but try that out. Oh, yay. Happy New Year. So the chat's working. Thank you. If you could let me know how the sound is, that would be great too. And I think the last thing is footwear. I really like to train in my socks if it's a sticky surface. If it's slippery, that doesn't work so well. So tennis shoes would be fine. But if you're in an environment that you can either barefoot train or train in your socks, there is some benefit to the feet and ankles and legs to do that. I think that's all of the housekeeping. I'm going to get us warmed up. I do have to kind of perfect my space here because, fun fact, YouTube doesn't give you a preview until you're actually live. So I need to make some marks on the floor and so forth, so I know precisely where to put things every week and I don't have to mess with this setup quite so much. I'm just thinking about the chair. Sometimes I do incorporate a chair. So if you have like a chair, ottoman, something nearby, sometimes that's helpful. I don't know that I'm going to do that today. So go ahead and start getting your space ready too. Give me feedback throughout if something's amiss. This is me moving my microphone. I did notice when I was playing with some settings that the microphone volume was down on the device itself. So I did kick that up. We'll see if that helps. Oh gosh, I have tangles, like major tangles going on. Bloopers. Okay. I've got this mic down. Oops, it changed the whole view. That doesn't look good. Let's try this. This is super clumsy today. Getting there. We are in the middle of a couple of house projects, and so there is a lot of junk, to be honest, in the gym right now. So no excuses. I've got junk in the gym. I'm still working out. Let me grab my water. Here we go. It's time to get moving. So we're going to sit back into a squat, sweep those arms up, sit back and sweep. Jump right into some squats today. Enjoy a big stretch overhead as you sweep those arms up. Very good. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. We stay here, arms wide. It's a reach and pull. I love this, as some of you know, to really warm up the thighs. Squeeze the back, retract those shoulder blades, wake up the back of the body and the thighs at the same time. Exhale, squeeze. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hands to thighs. Just tuck and round up. Couple shoulder rolls back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. It is nice to get the head and neck moving, so we'll do that a little bit today as well. So a full rotation. Get the creaks out. I joke that if there is snap, crackle, pop, pain-free, that is your body's way of giving you feedback that it might like to do this more often. And reverse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head on straight. From here, tapping into the shoulders, think soft knees, hinge forward from your hips. You're actually going to just dangle your arm and start swinging it in a circular motion. This might not seem like it's doing much. It is a little bit of traction for your shoulder. We're just trying to get blood flowing a little bit. Reverse. Try to get some momentum going. Just really let the arm hang. And switch. Circling one direction. And circling the other direction. And again, round that spine, come up. Go ahead and just swing the arms a little bit, alternating which arm you put on top. You can turn your palms in and almost give yourself like a hug. Open and hug, alternating which one you put on top. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. We are getting ready to pick up some weight. Choose what's available to you for shoulders. So let me just show you what we'll do first. We're going to have our palms facing the shoulders. We're going to step to the side. It's called a front squat. As you close the feet, you're going to overhead press, arms narrow. So palms face you, palms face each other. I'm choosing 8 pounds. You can go lighter, you can go heavier. You do you. So we're going to have our palms facing us. Step out to the side, drop it back. Strong push. Sit, strong push. Alternating side to side. Making our way to 16. Inhale, exhale, push. Inhale, exhale, push. Keep going. Very good. Let's do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Set this down. Still warming up a bit. I'm going to have you stand at the back of your space. Follow along with me. We're going inchworm into push-ups, combining a couple of skills today. So it's a chin to chest, round your back, come on down to the forward bend. Bend your knees if you need to. Otherwise, legs straight. Walk out. Option number 1 is stay in plank. Option number 2 is place your knees down. Option number 1, hands narrow. Option number 2, hands wide. 5 push-ups. It's 5, push, 4, push, 3, push, 2, push, 1, Pop right back up into your plank. Walk your feet to your hands, keeping your legs as straight as possible. Release the head, round the back, and come up. Lucky you get to do this 2 more times. Turning around, rounding down, walking out, choosing your knee and hand placement. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet walk in. Fold yourself in half. And rounding up. Woo, 1 more round. So we're not getting the endurance maybe of doing 15 reps in a row, but there's some other benefit here, obviously. Rounding down, we're more active, more pressing to walk out. Get yourself set up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We get to drill some hamstring mobility. Breathe, stretch, and rounding up. Shake it out. So with our squat overhead press into our inchworm and push-ups, it's a pushing exercise followed by a pushing exercise. Sometimes I do push-pull. Today's push-push, so we'll balance it out with the next thing that we do. Take a drink. We do the whole thing again. Choosing your weights for alternating front squat into narrow overhead press. If I'm going to call it all the things. Bicep curl, palms face you, sit back, axial push, sit back, axial push. This is halfway. This one gets my heart rate way up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. So that was 8 each side, or 16 total. Inchworm push-up combo is next. For your entertainment, I have a very grumpy cat watching me. It's pretty funny. Here we go. Rounding down. Walk it out. 5 push-ups. Exhale, push. Feet walk in. Round it up. And turn yourself around. Hokey pokey, turn yourself around. Chin to chest. Round down. Walk out. Make your choices. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet walk in. Round it up. Turn around. Last set, here we go. Around back. Go for a walk. 5 push-ups. Walk it in. Now you could take your hands to your feet, but it's more demanding, I think, feet to hands. Round it up. Shake it out. All right, my heart rate's up. So take a couple deep breaths. Get a drink if you need it. We're switching gears, getting into our next duo of exercises. I'm going to start us with a grand plie or sumo squat, some people call it, and upright row combined. I admittedly do this exercise a lot. I just personally really like it. I think it's effective. And I'm all about compound exercises, which means we're not working something in isolation, but we're working multiple things at once. So what we have is knees and thighs go wide, chest stays up, pull those elbows higher than the wrists, pause at the top. Legs, arms. I'm kind of keeping an eye on this stream quality right now. Hopefully it's not glitchy at all. Hard being a one-woman show. I used to get so anxious teaching on YouTube Live when I did it for another company during the pandemic. It's a little different setup. It was really complicated. So this is better. We're calling this a win. This is an improvement. I'm way less stressed. Exposure therapy. 4, I'm not even counting, I'm chatting. 3, 2, kind of going by the burn. And rest. Awesome job. Okay, I think I get to peel up now. Just seeing what's going on the screen. Okay, so here's what's next. Oh, this is fun. Here's what I want to do. We're going to keep that same stance. So this is a teaching moment. Just bear with me. You're going to have the same stance that you started the plie in. So you're wide and you're slightly turned out. What's going to happen is you'll have weights flat back. From here, we'll reach the dumbbells out over the toes and come right back up. I might slide a little bit. I'll try to show you from the side. So we'll have weights. It's a deadlift, but your arms flare at the bottom. You have a nice flat back, and then you come back up. So you want to have a very flat back. It's going to feel like booty way out, chest way out, lots of hamstring stretch, but you're just flaring those arms and weights out over the toes, which is going to wake up your lats a little bit. And because the legs are externally rotated, it's going to stretch the hammies differently and better, in my opinion, than if you were to be neutral or parallel. So from here, externally rotated, wider stance, abs tight, flat back, reach out over those toes, and come right back up. This is not heavy weight. Most of us that have dumbbells at home, these are not 50-pound dumbbells. But this little tweak to, again, the leg position and the reaching of the arms, let me tell you, wakes up the back of your legs, and it's so much good. I say so much good because my kids said that when they were toddlers. They would put much in front of everything. So it wasn't so good. It was so much good. So in my opinion, this is so much good for the back of the body. Woo, let's go 4 more. 4, flat back 3, 2. Now this is not a lot of weight. I only have 10-pound dumbbells. But again, if you're super flat back, super deep, it will totally light up the back of your legs, which I'm here for. So get a drink. We get to do that pull combo again. So that's what I didn't tell you. Is the first combo was push, push. This combo is pull, pull. You're pushing with your legs, but you're pulling with the upright row. The worst part of winter workouts, in my opinion, is not just this cold garage that I'm in, but the decongesting that starts to happen. So sorry for the sniffles. Okay, chest up, legs out, hips low, elbows high. Here we go. 15 reps. Inhale, exhale, pull. Legs push, arms pull. Weights just skim the body. Let's go 5, 4, this gets us to 15, 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome job. Little reprieve, shake it out. I like to challenge my students, this is good for memory recall, that while I'm yutzing around in between, gathering my thoughts, you think ahead and try to guess what's next. It's just good for your learning. Like, what did we do again? Then you have to retrieve it from the memory bank. So what's next? Think ahead. It is this deadlift with slight external rotation, flat back, flared arms. No efficient way to say that. So here we go. Flat back reach and stand. Core super tight. Think chest out, booty out, flat back. Make a dinner table with your back. Reach. Good. 5 more here. That'll take us to 15. 5. Ooh, it burns. 4. 3. 2. 1. And done. Beautiful. Shake out those legs. Set this down. Catch your breath a little bit. We're going to forego lunging today. You're welcome. We're going to do a little additional upper body work, and I'll do my best to keep your heart rate up. So you're going to be choosing weights for, I'm going to call it row in 2 ways. I'm going to get you into a lunge stance. We're going to lean forward. We're going to take a wide row for 10 to 12 reps, and then we're going to take a narrow row for 10 to 12 reps. So you get a little bit of an isometric in the lower body, but again, lots of pulling for the upper body. I do not care which leg you put back and which leg you put front, but let's say we're going to change each time. Meaning, for instance, right leg back this round, but left leg back the next round. So you hinge forward, flip your grip so your palms are facing you, pull wide, slow recover. Pull wide, recover. Little squeeze at the top. Eight, 9, 10. Flip that grip, narrow for 10, 9. Now if it's too easy, by all means, do more reps. And that's 10. Beautiful. Set that down. Get a drink if you need it. The next exercise we'll be doing will get your heart rate up maybe a little bit. I am going to challenge your coordination a little bit. So hear me out. We're going to step to the side. This is kind of like our first exercise, but more dynamic. We're going to step to the side and with the opposite hand, touch the floor. Squat and step to the side, opposite hand, touch the floor. So it is not same arm as leg, it is opposite. Okay, I just want to reiterate that. So your low impact option is squat, tap in opposition, no jump, or the more advanced option is pop apart, jump in, pop apart, jump in. If you're doing the pop apart, you're just alternating which hand touches the floor. Just a little bit of novelty, give your brain something to do. So either your low impact option or your high impact option. High impact means we leave the floor with one or both feet. Low impact means you always have one foot on the ground. So I'll start one way and I'll shift the other way. Join me now. Squat, step through. Alternating opposite tap. or jump with me. Four more, gets us to 20. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. So a little bit of, what I want to say, intensity burst. Get the heart rate up a little bit. Then ideally what happens is as we head back to the first exercise, your heart rate recovers, and then we pick back up, heart rate goes up. So interval training is thought to be one of the best, not only for calorie burn, but just for conditioning. Woo! Breathe. I'll have you take, this time, left leg back, right leg forward. For me, it feels super awkward, which is why we do this. Lean into it, flat back, wide row, pull, easy release. So that's a quick concentric squeeze and a slower eccentric reach. Good, flip that grip narrow for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and release. Awesome. Set that down. Next, it's either a pop squat, that's what we call this, or a step through squat. If you're doing the step through, opposite arm. If you're doing the pop, alternating arms. Breathing, I'm gonna pop, I'm gonna do 20. So get a rhythm with the breathing. Head up. Halfway. Four, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's so fun to talk and do. Breathe. Okay, I'm gonna step off camera for 2 seconds, blow my nose discreetly. You get a drink. All right. Moving on. Next exercise will come with a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm going to take not just a standard lateral raise or side raise as we call it. I'm going all the way overhead. So palms are down, palms rotate to the front, and then you recover. If your shoulder health is such that you cannot cross over, you go above shoulder height, no worries. You stay in this range of motion, but those of you that can flip your palms to the front and get this bigger range of motion, that's what we're going for. I am suggesting significantly less weight when we increase that range of motion. Now, if you're just going for strength and size, you're gonna lift nice and heavy, and you might even do a really small range of motion. So heavy weight like this will help with muscle gain and hypertrophy, as we call it. But this is more for toning, and this is more for just overall shoulder health. So here we are, abs tight, side, flip palms to the front, and lower with control. 10 reps. Good, good. Nice and smooth. 4 more reps here. Ideally, there's no pain, no clicking, no popping. It might burn, it might feel tiring, that's different. Very, very good. From here, I'm going to suggest that you keep fairly lightweight and meet me on the mat. So for weeks and weeks, we've been drilling different variations in what I call a V-sit position. So that's just basically balancing on your backside. And we're going to do that yet again today with a bicep curl. So you could call these reclined biceps. More specifically, if you're not just reclined, but you're actually balancing single or both leg, obviously more challenging. I'm going to flip the grip, palms are in, join me in your position of choice. Option 1, option 2, option 3. Reach the arm on diagonal, exhale, curl. Reach, curl. So I really am encouraging you to stretch out that bicep between each rep. Good, this makes 10. Let's hold it here. So the weight or load is into your body. If you did single leg, no worries. We'll do single leg next time on the other side. Pulse back with the shoulders or in with the knees for 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze those thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I think my counting was a little wonky. Oh well. Set that down. So this is us being tucked in to hip flexion, so you might feel it in your hips and thighs. I'm going to flip you around, shake it out, get into an all fours position, and we're actually going to take tricep kickbacks here. The benefit being a little more core stabilization and stabilization with the bottom supporting arm. So grab a light to medium weight. Your job is a perfectly supported tabletop position. Hike your elbow into your side, kick back, hold, reset, kick back, reset. You're pushing like crazy with the bottom arm. The abs are lifting up and in. Triceps are squeezing. Your whole arm, rather, really squeezes in toward the body. Good, that's about 12. Hold it here. Pulse up. 10, 9, 8, squeeze, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Yay, we get to do the other side. Now, most people do triceps incorrectly. They think the work is on the curl. No, that's biceps. The work is on the extension. So when you see people going, wee, and they're kind of flinging around on their tricep work, no bueno. We want to kick back, squeeze, and hold. That's the work. This is the relax. Squeeze, hold, relax. Exhale, stretch that arm. Two more. Hold, squeeze so hard. Pulse 10, 9, tiny 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So this series, try to recall, full side raise, reclined biceps, all 4 triceps, all arm work, obviously, right? We're not getting our heart rate up a ton, but we're training smaller muscles. And shoulders I just love because you can train them so many different angles. It's very fun, in my opinion. Grab a drink. Hello, glutes and hammies. Yeah, I'm guessing that was on the turned up deadlift. It hurts so good. And guess what? I get very excited about this. When you have really deep, effective stretching, it's like strength training in terms of how it tones, because it makes these micro tears in the muscle. That sounds dramatic, but that is what's happening. And so you get really good tone, which most people like. Here we go. Core nice and tight. I'm going to do a little coaching. I'm going to turn sideways. So what we don't want is to lean backwards, right? So I never have such heavy weight that I have to lean backwards. I tuck the tailbone, I pull the core in really tight, and that's called bracing. And then your core is firing the whole time to keep you upright, not kind of succumb into a really poor posture. And so that makes it a little bit more of a full body situation. Halfway. Full disclosure, I'll probably go to more like 12:50 today, so a 50-minute time block together, because between my bloopers and my housekeeping, I was about 5 minutes in before we started the work. Just thinking out loud. Awesome, set that down. We come down to the ground, recline biceps. You have options, whether feet are down, your second leg, single leg, or both legs off. If you want to show off, go ahead and stretch those legs. I don't think I have it in me today. So no showing off. Tuck and round, that supports your back. Get into your shape. Elongate, exhale, curl. People cheat by not fully stretching that elbow. So did you know you have elbow pits? Yes, you do. You want to stretch them out. Awesome. This is about 10. Squeeze everything in. Pulse. 10, 9, 8. Tummy tight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And crisscross applesauce. Good. We'll do more stretching later. I won't deprive you of that, but go ahead and flip on over. All fours. I had a coach once, a fitness coach, who said you should touch the floor every day. It's so simple, but so profound. Push the floor away. He said that because there are millions of people who never get on the floor, never touch the floor. I mean, first of all, they're not exercising at all. And then when they do, they're sure as hell not getting on the floor. So if you want to keep getting up and down off the floor with your grandbabies, if you want to have healthy wrists, elbows, shoulders, core, you've got to get on the floor. When employers ask me to do a standing only workout, a chair only workout, I say no. Now, accommodations for people, absolutely. But I'm not going to withhold the floor from them if they can. I'm on a rant now. Hold it here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I lied. That was 8. We want 10. Up, up, rest. See what happens when I get fired up? Little mistakes. All right. 12 full reps, 10 pulse. And I love that this bottom arm is pushing the whole time, so it's getting toned. Squeeze, hold. $11, hold, pulse up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Awesome job. All right, I'm gonna get a little creative here to get lots of work in. So shake out your wrists a little bit. The next exercise will be in plank, and I'm going to give you a couple of options because everyone has a different plank level, I'd say. So option number 1, you hold plank as is. Option number 2, it's either a toe tap or a jack. Option number 3, I'm fond of, it's a leg circle. So you're actually going to drag your leg up the side. Let me show you. Option 1. Option 2 are taps. Option 3, soft knees, jack. Option 4, swing. It's especially fun with socks and a slippery floor. But what I like about it is you're getting that inner thigh and hip mobility in the work. But some people might be here for more cardio, so you do you. Here we go. Pick your option. Pass through. Making our way to 20. Halfway. I could do these all day. I love them so much. Now, some people, they don't have the right conditions, have to use like a disc. It's called the gliding system. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. So that obviously is pushing work, hip mobility or cardio, depending what you chose. Transverse abdominis are the corset muscles all the way around you. So now, adult tummy time, arms wide, iron crossed. You're going to squeeze between the shoulder blades, pull those arms off the floor. Arms stay like this the whole time. Now the rest of your parts, lift, hold, reset, but not the arms. Lift, hold, reset. Up to 10. Now, what do the legs do? It depends on your low back health. If your low back is healthy and happy right now, squeeze that booty and those feet and ankles together. If not, keep them apart. 2 more, please. Rough counting. And relax. In a perfect world, I would have a handler here with me, counting for me and coaching me up. Woo! All right, just stretch that low back. Part 3 of this exercise, I'm going to encourage you to cushion your knees. Encourage you to cushion your knees. If you're on carpet, you're good to go, but I'm not. Okay, I call this position upright kneeling. We can lift in this position. We can balance on a Bosu in this position. We got all kinds of options, but today we free up a leg. We pelvic tilt. You're gonna press your hips forward. Laterally flex your spine. Come into a side bend. Transition your weight onto your hand. If it's a bum rest, give me a fist instead. You're going to shift your weight a little bit. Hips are still pressing forward. I'm on the inside edge of my foot. Lift, hold, reset. Now, if this booty's cramping, turn out your leg. Swing your ankle back and turn your whole knee out, and that'll help your cramping a little bit. Up and down. Gluteus medius, side of your bum and hip. I know trainers, myself included, say you can't spot train, except I do find these Pilates exercises incredibly effective for your pants fitting differently, your hips being more toned. So you're welcome. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Just a stretch now. Now, not everybody's leg goes super high at first. This is a combination of things. This could be the existing range of motion in the hip for a variety of reasons. And it's likely that glute hasn't been isolated in that way, so it's just like unfamiliar and maybe not super strong. Second side, so our cheeks are even. Here we go. Up and over. Strong pelvic tilt. Stack those shoulders, the inside edge of the foot. Again, if you're cramping, swing this out. I kind of feel myself having that experience. Up and down. 15. Tummy tight. Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Side bend, lift those ribs, lift that waistline. Counter stretch means you go the opposite way. Feels awkward at first, it does get better. And release. Okay, beat me to it. Try to recall the last 3 things we did. Beat me to it. What was the first one? Plank, your way. Number 2, iron cross, tummy time. Number 3, kneeling, hip abduction. When we abduct something, we take it away. Yeah? Here we go. After this, we stretch everything out. Here we go. Your choice. Tap, jack, or swing it up the side. I should probably make myself do the one I like the least. That would be what's best for fitness, wouldn't it? But this feels good. Keeps me dance ready. Breathe. I don't know about you, but my heart rate's still getting up. Long neck. Almost there. And done. Awesome job. Stretch it out. On the tummy. Squeeze and lift. Arms are off the entire time. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Very good. Counter stretch. Looks like child's pose, opposite of what we just did. When you take yoga classes, look for that. There should be a lot of counter stretching, meaning if you stretch one way, you stretch the other way. Not just right, left, but the inverse pattern. Here we go. Up and over. 15. Ooh, I'm running out of time. It'll be a quick stretch today. "13, 14, 15. Stretch. Really lift those ribs. Counter stretch. So something like a twist, it's the same stretch each way, but like that side bend we just did, because the legs were asymmetrical, it's not the same stretch each way. Feels very different. Second side. Here we are, up and down. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side bend stretch. Counter stretch. And release. Awesome. Working very quickly because I'm not staying on time as promised. And I have a 1 o'clock meeting and I need to eat lunch. Full disclosure. So crisscross applesauce. Just stretch those hips. We did just work them. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. As you sit up, just expand the chest. And crisscross the other way. Hip stretch. You likely feel it more intensely in the front leg. Release the weight of the head. Really deepens the stretch. Sitting up, chest expansion. Very good. Wide hamstring stretch. So facing each other, super wide legs. Fold and stretch. Good. Coming up, walk those feet in. Round it up. Last thing, standing quad stretch. Get your balance. Tuck it back. Drop the knee. And switch. Awesome. Now, additional upper body stretching would be great if you have time. Shoulders across, overhead, etc. Any more back stretches, twists, etc. Just take a big breath in, out. Roll those shoulders back and down. I'm gonna fetch this mic. Hopefully no bloopers. I've got all these short cords, so if I tug too hard, it unravels everything. Yeah, a couple bloopers. All right, here we go. Closing thoughts. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the workout. We're back every Friday. I think what I'm going to do is stick with total body conditioning until we get to 25, 30 workouts. Then I'm going to start rotating through some other formats. Additionally, I have what's called the Virtual Fit Club, and there are 3 classes a week that come with that. And that looks like total body conditioning like this, a barre plus class, so barre yoga Pilates fusion, and then also a power Pilates. And that replay library has hundreds of workouts. We have a group chat for that. Nice little community we're building there. So that's all I have for today. Get some protein and water in your system. Have a great rest of your Friday. And I hope to see you next time. Awesome. Thank you for the feedback. It means the world to have people here with me live. It's the best. It really helps my energy. And I love and appreciate you. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Bye.